Hello, hello, welcome back to Maggie XX Tarot. How are you all? Hope you're doing well. Well, for new subscribers, welcome back. If you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for your continued support. Please remember that all of these readings are interchangeable. That means vice versa, etc. So if you're a masculine, it may relate to feminine. If you're feminine, it might relate to your masculine. I have divine feminine up here, okay, and I have got divine masculine over here because we all have both energies within us. All right, so today is going to be just a quick sort of reading on chakras to see what chakras you have that are needing looked at or maybe blocked at the moment. All right, I'm not pertaining to know everything about chakras, so nobody get on my grill in the comments. Okay, so for those of you that do not know what they are, I will explain this in a minute, but it is open for interpretation, people, so this is just my interpretation of what the chakra points are. So you may have a different viewpoint, but I just thought this would be something different to find out what you have going on, and it's based on my opinion. If you'd like to know where these cards come from, these are just the 7 chakra points that I'm using. These are Hattie Thorne's cards, and you can follow the link down there for her shop. There are many other chakra points. I'm not pertaining, these are the only ones, but these are the basic ones that I feel we need to work with today. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into your reading. This is for Aries. Hello, Aries. Okay, so let's give these a shuffle and see where we're going. Let me just get a little bit more comfortable here. Okay, this is for Aries. Aries. What chakra points does Aries need to work with today? Wow. Third eye. You've got the same one as the previous one, so it may be your third eye, but I think I need to just put that back in and see if it comes out again. It might be stagnant energy, spirit, from the previous reading. Okay, I can go now, sorry. Stop. Okay. Yes, your heart chakra, exactly, heart chakra. We're going to get 2 for you today. Other chakra. Is there anything else? You've got solar plexus, okay? Let's go. So let me just explain something to you first, Aries. When your chakra simply means a wheel, okay? It's like a wheel of energy. And when there's a blockage within that wheel, the energy doesn't flow properly. And I'm not saying this to be patronizing. I'm just sort of explaining to those of you that maybe don't know that we all have these points within our bodies from head to foot, basically. So when there is a blockage, it means that that energy doesn't flow properly, and it prevents, it redirects that energy, okay? And it doesn't allow all of the chakras from head to toe to flow in sequence, if that makes sense. So today what I'm going to do is just focus on the ones that are blocked with you, and let's not focus on sort of the overactive side. I'm focusing on sort of the symptoms of when it's like underactive. Excuse me if I cough, I've still got a tickly cough here. So the first one you got, beautiful Aries here, we'll focus on this one because this is your heart chakra. Look at that wonderful green, okay? So it's saying about opening your heart, okay? This is what it says on the card. So I'll read mine in a minute, what means with the solar plexus. Open your heart, blooming flower, inviting compassion and forgiveness to flow freely within and around you, okay? So what I want to say with this chakra being blocked, usually chakra is how you bring love in, how you receive love from others, and how you give love. It's the sort of compassionate side of the heart, okay? 100% know this chakra is blocked because when we have put others from above ourselves, it's usually to our own detriment, Aries, okay? So I feel with you you can be a bit of a people pleaser, and you don't want to sort of upset anybody with this chakra here, which is a beautiful, commendable energy. But if blocked, I feel that this is my interpretation, is that we struggle to produce healthy boundaries here. Okay, so for some of you, you may again always put people first, not draw a line with boundaries, and people may step over that a lot with you with this, if this is what you've got blocked at the moment. Okay, if it's not your story, you can switch off. Okay, I'm only saying what we're getting here. So it's good to have healthy boundaries. It doesn't mean that you're going to treat your friends or your family bad, but you need to have those boundaries that they know what not to cross, otherwise you get blocked and you take on too much. So obviously it can also be that we're holding on to a lot of pain from past relationships here. For some of us, it's past hurt and pain from, like I said, past relationships. It could not just be love, although in this case I feel for some of you it is. It could be work, friends, life, something that's hurt you deeply that you've just maybe not released or opened that chakra point. Okay, so it's about healing this energy point, which is your heart. All right, so if your heart is not healed, this is blocked, and it stops the flow to the rest. Well, it just produces sort of inner, what do I want to say? You internalize everything, then you don't reflect it outwardly type of thing, and that's not a good thing. All right, because you have to learn to love yourself, know that you're worthy of love, and you're worthy of attracting unconditional love from other people around you, okay, without there being a condition placed on. For example, if I do this for you, you give me that, or if I'm going to give you this, I want this, you know, that's not a healthy sort of boundary. And to put boundaries is unconditional, is what I want to say with this. All right, so if that's just my interpretation of if that's chakra, and look, a beautiful green. So just know you may have been hurt in the past, but unless you heal that, this is going to remain blocked. So somebody out there needed to hear that message. Okay, so often to help with a release of this energy, to carry a crystal, a rose quartz crystal, you can carry that. You don't need big clumps of crystals. You can get small little crystals like this size of rose quartz, and that may help to release some of this. But also, unless you put the work in to these chakra energy points, this is always going to remain blocked. All right, Aries, that's what I want to say to you. And the other one was your solar plexus. Excuse me, I need to blow my nose, sorry. Apologize. It's that season for runny noses, isn't it? And so your solar plexus, this is usually to do with fertility for women. It's divine feminine energy here. Oh, sorry, it's not sacral. It's the solar plexus. I beg your pardon. It's not divine feminine energy. This is the chakra that gives us the confidence. All right, some of you may exude confidence, so that would be an overactive one. But if this is somebody that doesn't, and it controls sexual desires, it controls your passions, it controls what you feel passionate about, it could be work, love, life, you know, it controls all of that. So when this is blocked, Aries, often there is sort of reproductive issues. There can be in men and women. It doesn't have to be in women only. So, when it blocked, you might have trouble. Confidence. Yeah, that's what I want to say. So also, it's where we attract abundance. Okay, and it's where our fears sit. If you see here, we hold it all here. It's this stomach sort of area here. All right. And it makes, you know, it's what makes us shine. It's what makes us confident. It's what makes us attract abundance, okay? But it's also where our fears sit. So if this is blocked, there is a sense of disconnect with that, a lack of motivation. All right, Aries. I'm not saying you're all like that. I'm just explaining what happens when that's blocked. So some of you may, with these two kind of are going together, because this can bring up old wounds. It's where old wounds and hurts sit. So both of these are sort of interlinked with the heart and the sacral chakra here. Sort of like your emotions and emotional scars from things that have happened in the past that are going to resurface unless we clear the energy of here and here. All right? So there's a lot of emotions from the past, the scars there, that can keep coming up to the surface or down from the heart and to the solar plexus. So so this is what comes to the surface. It keeps coming to the surface because it's not healed. Whatever that is, work, love, life. Well, that is keeping you in this vicious circle, Aries, because that is what's feeding these old wounds and scars, okay? And feeds the fear that keeps the wounds in that vicious circle. That's very important for somebody out there to hear that. So if you feel this may be blocked, you really do need to clear that energy, okay? And also, trust your intuition, trust your guidance. Trust and try and keep calm, keep healing, and remain confident. A lot of you are confident as a sign anyway, very confident. But a lot of you, if you're holding on to all this fear where your scars and your hurt and your pain sits, then you're not releasing that. So you may disconnect in a different way. Okay. Oh, a good, for the solar plexus, a good sort of crystal to carry would actually be an amber. Or like with the green one, I did say that a good crystal for that would be a sort of, let me think, yeah, rose quartz, because it's heart. It's your heart. Yeah. So it's just two crystals that I use. You can go and research and look up what you feel you would like to use. Alright, so let's have a little look. I want to do something else for you today. Let's have a look. What I've done here is I've sorted out the months of the year in their little cards here. And I've also sorted out main things like marriage, love, success, etc. To see which main thing is causing this block in the first place. So let's get you a main theme. So what's the main theme for Aries? Aries. What's caused this heart and solar plexus to... Well, this won't apply to some of you. Some of you, it was a marriage, perhaps somebody you wanted to marry, or something that happened within a marriage that's caused this block in the heart and a block in the solar plexus. One more. Something within career as well. Bottom is the star. Okay. Let's get a month of the year. Oops. Something had happened in June. Yeah, within a marriage. I don't know if the marriage has broken down and caused this, or whether you didn't get to marry somebody, or something's happened within your career. Yeah, May, June. Look at this. Something may... The months of May and June are important to you here. And also, for Aries, you've got career and marriage, all right? So something... I'm not saying this is definite, but something definitely had the potential within... Oh, look how these have separated. June for career and marriage was May, June. Some of you may have had a double hit there of two things happening that's caused these blocks. That is just my opinion. Obviously, you'll know your story. If this doesn't fit, then please feel free to shut off there, okay? Yes, so just remember, you are an absolute great person, and you need to have that confidence back to embrace that. So if, say for example, you were in a marriage, or your parents were in a marriage and they've separated, maybe not under the best of terms, that's what I would use as an example, as an emotional scar, okay, coming to the surface. And if you've not healed that, maybe you were young when they separated. I don't really know your story, but that's just something that I'm getting here. That would be what I would class something within a marriage, or something's went wrong within a career, or that is something you're developing within a career. Yeah, but just know these two chakras are the two chakras this month that you really do need to, you don't have to, but I would advise you to work on ARIES, all right? The heart chakra and the solar plexus, okay? Two of the main ones here. Rose quartz, amber, with the colour orange and the colour green. Or you could use something like aventurine with the green colour, or fluorite. That's a mixture of like amethyst and some of the aventurines there. Or it doesn't have to be amber. It could be a sun orange. It could be orange calcite. Anything with these two chakras, to carry them around might help to balance them with putting the work in with some sort of guided chakra clearing, which is something that you can actually find on the internet, etc. Okay, well, that's your short 10-minute reading. That's what I have for you, Aries. I hope that makes sense to some of you. If it does, remember to put a wee thumbs up for me. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Okay, very short and sweet. Like I said, this is just my opinion of chakras. It doesn't have to be everybody's opinion of what that particular chakra is, but it's just a very basic, short and sweet for you guys, okay? Because like I said at the beginning, there are quite a number of other chakra points and energy points within the body, and it's not just related to these 7, but I'm keeping it very basic for everybody. Okay, anyway, that's what I have for you. So I hope you take care. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where you are in the world, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Maggie XX. How are you all? Welcome to all of my new subscribers. Hello, big huge thank you for coming to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your continued support here. So today's reading is going to be a chakra reading to see what chakras are out of alignment. This is for our Leo out there, so this will be interesting. But please remember, sometimes within a reading, you know, it doesn't matter what it is, the energies can be vice versa, and interchangeable. So if it's a masculine, it may be a feminine. If it's a feminine, it could be for a masculine. Okay, so we do have divine feminine here, and we also have divine masculine. Okay, these cards are from Hattie Thorne's deck, and I'll put a link below for anybody that would like to have a look at those. So for those of you that don't understand what chakra means, well, it just means it's energy points within the body, okay, Leo, that often, it's a wheel, okay, so when a blockage happens within that wheel, it doesn't move around properly, and it means that something is preventing or misdirecting the flow of energy, okay? So I'm going to focus on the blockages today, as opposed to perhaps the, let's just say, the underactive as opposed to the overactive scenarios. I might move that candle out of the way because it's kind of, yeah, that's a bit better. Okay. And then after that, I'm going to be giving you a month of the year with these, and I'm going to pick some sort of situation that may have caused this block, which these ones say happiness, love, career, wealth, career, marriage. So we're going to have a look to see which sort of area of life could have caused these blockages. Okay, so there's all the chakras, just using the 7 at the moment. Obviously, Leo, there's a lot more chakra points than this and energy points within the body, but I'm not an expert on it. This is based on my opinion. Okay, is that... yeah, that's recording. I'm having trouble with this blooming computer of mine. Let me just get my pillow there. Right, let's go. Let's see what you have going on. All right, so let's give these a shuffle, Spirit. Now, this is for Leo. This is for Leo, Spirit, for the Leos out there. Stop. Yeah. Ooh, the root chakra. Okay, I'm going to get another one. Stop. Sacral chakra. Okay. Excuse me. If I do snuffle, I apologise in advance. I've got a little bitty of a cold. Alright, so let's do the root chakra first, because the root chakra is where we ground. See that beautiful image here? Right? Oh no, I might need to move my candle altogether. Nope. Right, I'm going to move the candle out of the way because it seems to be blocking. No, you can't see. I'm going to put it right over there. Is that better? Okay, root chakra. So with the root chakra here, okay, root chakras to me, I always imagine when I meditate the root being a big oak tree, and basically the roots go down into the ground. So with that in mind, it's your foundations, okay, in daily life and how safe you feel. So this could be, for me, is your ability to stand on your own 2 feet, okay, so to speak. So it's also divine wisdom, and it can be your grounding force, like I've said. And this is what anchors us into the present moment, all right? So with this in mind, if this chakra is blocked, you can feel very, very depleted of energy, okay? Anxious. You can also fearful. I'm basing this on when my chakras are out of alignment, okay? And this could be in any situation for you, Leo. It could be work, love, life. It could be any one of those. And when this particular chakra is out of alignment, it does affect, excuse me, a bit of tissue there. It does affect your overall spinning of that wheel that we talked about, okay? It can affect you mentally, it can affect you emotionally, etc. So when the chakra is blocked, for me, it does affect the ability to cope well. So with that, it's a coping mechanism as well. I keep repeating this. This is my opinion of chakras, okay? It does affect your ability to cope well. Hope this is making sense to you guys and gals. All right, so a good way, like I said, for the Leos to ground this chakra is usually by doing a meditation, using some form of tree. Can you see this beautiful energy here? Okay, using some form of tree for the meditation, whereas when you come down to the root, which is at your feet, okay, and it goes right the way down, then the roots are grounding you to the earth, all right? So if you're feeling a little out of sorts, you're feeling maybe your coping mechanisms aren't as well, there could be more than one chakra, as we can see here, out of balance, but predominantly, excuse me, it is a root chakra. So with that in mind, so if it affects your stability, then it's about how safe you do feel. So you need to sometimes clear this, doing a guided one that you can find on YouTube. or do a meditation, or often an affirmation, sort of like, I'm safe, I'm protected, I'm grounded, and I can cope. Okay, that would be an affirmation you could use. Also, hematite is a good stone crystal for helping you ground. Okay. Also, you have sacral chakra. So for some of you feminines here, this is the divine, where your sensuality is, your creativity, your joy type of thing. And it's also where your ambitions are and your fertility, your passions, your desires, if you look here, okay? Your passions, your desires, your sexuality, and also more or less what you're feeling passionate about. So when this is blocked, and your root is also blocked as well, then there's a slight disconnect. There may be reproductive issues for feminines. There can still be reproductive issues for males as well if they're a certain age. We all know that. Whoever's watching this doesn't have to be linked to divine feminine, but predominantly it is. But it doesn't mean to say that you don't have any problems with your your working your working bits. Okay, so and also with that, if this isn't flowing correctly, then there could be sort of a disconnection from emotions and not great well-being overall, to be honest. Often a lot of you, if it's feminine energy here, you don't look after yourself as much as you should. There's not a lot of self-care there, and your care becomes secondary maybe to family, to work, to life, whatever else you've got going on. And the message I feel with this is that you need to learn to look after number one, first and foremost. And then with that, you can then look after everybody else, But if you're not looking after yourself, if this is blocked, then, you're not prioritizing yourself, okay? And on the opposite side of the spectrum is a lot of people, when the sacral chakra is blocked, can actually feel quite lonely. It's a strange situation there with all that orange energy, beautiful orange energy with that. So with the root and this chakra being blocked together, this is one after the other. That's the way it flows. Okay, one to the other. So one is blocking the other because both of these have came out for you today. All right. So I would say to you to treat your own self-care as a priority and still remain connected to family and your community and whatever endeavours you're doing, with the sacral chakra there. And with this root chakra, trusting your intuition and guidance and trying to remain calm whilst all of this is going on, okay? Calm in whatever you're doing, whatever you're focusing on, work, love, or life, and try to put these back into balance, okay? Because, yeah, we can all feel passionate about family, we can all feel passionate about our friends, about our work, but it can't be to the detriment of disconnection from our own well-being and self-care, okay? It has to be looking after yourself so you can look after others. So this is why this is spilled into this one, okay? That's how I feel with that, or vice versa. Listen to that one there. Okay? Because if these are both out of alignment together, then you end up feeling totally ungrounded, totally emotional, okay, depleted of energy, and your overall well-being. It could be physical, mental, emotional, etc. Now, I'm not a doctor or a qualified person to talk about mental, your mental and emotional state. So if you have got serious concerns, then you need to see the relevant practitioner, okay? But this is what I get with this for you, Leo, at the moment, okay? So you need to, a good thing as well, with the root chakra there being this wonderful red energy, You can use all sorts of stones or crystals. You can use tiger's eye, you can use hematite, you can use red crystal that relates to these with the sacral chakra and the root chakra. Could be, you know, amber. It could be any kind of stone. Or go to a crystal shop and they'll give you an energy stone that you can place even under your pillow when you're sleeping, that can help that. Or like I said, do some sort of meditation that can, sort of guided meditation that can bring these back into alignment there for you. Okay, right, let's have a little look and see what's caused this block in the first place. I'm just going to have a blow on my nose, excuse me. Okay. So let's see. These have got things like success, career, happiness, work, love, and we've got a star that's squeezed in there from a different one. But let's just have a look and see what sort of may well. Oh, this has flown over here. I've caused this for you, Leo. Love, yeah. Love has caused this blockage here. Let's get another one with the root. And it's affected the happiness with the sacral chakra. Okay, let's get a little idea of month of the year. Or did I want to take that? February, something may have happened with love in February. And also November, that's the month coming. Now, with the sacral energy, November, and it's something that's going to either make you exceptionally happy, so maybe you're going to unblock this and it's going to flow better. You're going to have happiness coming in November. That's yet to come. Okay. Yeah, you're going to be able to express yourself more, remain connected to the family, remain connected to your community and all the endeavours, but also looking after your well-being, your health, okay? Because here in February, something happened February here with the root chakra that sort of, with love, and it's perhaps left you ungrounded, okay? It may or may not. This will not resonate with everybody. I'm just keeps reiterating that, okay? That's left you blocked, depleted of energy, anxious, fearful of the situation. It may have been love. It could just be in another situation, but I feel that is what's sort of being orchestrated and instigated into that situation where that blocks came in the first place. So something happened there. But come November, if you listen to this reading, okay, you're going to be able to remove those blocks and bring in that happiness, that everything back into balance, okay? Self-care first and foremost. All right, self-care first. Yeah, help others as much as you can, but you do need to look after your own passions, look after your own happiness, look after your own success there, etc. Okay, so that's what I have for you, my lovelies, for this month. I hope that made sense. It's very, very short. We're only dealing at the basics chakras here, just to see what you do have or what you need to focus on. There could be more than that, there could be less than that, but this is just very, very slight reading today for you guys, okay? Excuse me, I hope none of you have got a cold, because it's certainly the weather for it. So look after yourselves, all right? So thank you for watching this reading to the end. If you like this little short version of what the chakras are, and I might do a follow-up to see how we can realign them, or you might just like to go off and watch a meditation CD or a realignment of one on YouTube. It's entirely up to you, but that's what I get for you, lovely Leo, for this month. So have a lovely morning, afternoon or evening, depending where you are in the world, and I will catch you next time. Take care. Bye bye. Areas that actually unblocked there, it switched itself off. So what I need to do, we were talking about March, so I'm going to pick you another day for when it should be unblocked by, or something happened around March. Let's cause that block. Yeah, August. So summer months here. You're either going, just as an extra message, to have this child picking up come March or August, or be married come March or August, or this successful unblocking and resolving issues are going to be either a marriage success, a child. All right, Sagittarius, sorry I had to clip that off then. That's what I get for you, just very short and sweet. Just remember, to unblock these chakras, you need to do a little, it's not much to do. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, and I will follow this up with a short video for you to show you how to do that if you don't know how to do that. But some of you out there are very, very spiritual and you know how to unblock your chakras. Today is just my purpose to let you know which ones that you need to focus on. Okay, Sagittarius, well, that's what I get for you. I hope it makes sense to some of you. And that was just me just improvising with a different kind of reading to do for you today. So I hope you liked it. If you did like that little short and sweet, please put a thumbs up for me. If not, I'm always changing things on this channel. I'm always doing different things. So I will probably do something else. So let me know in the comments if I've remembered to leave them on, if that makes sense to some of you. Okay, that's what I get for you. Okay, Sagittarius, I will see you next time, my lovelies. Take care. Bye-bye. Well,